Today is a beautiful day, and you know what? Just forget formalities. Let's get into this. We gotta address some things here in the hobby. It's been a lot of drama going on lately. You know, guys talking about shill bidding and how bad is PSA and SGC, is it gonna go out of business? You know, how bad are card breakers and all this other gossiping about other men who collect cardboard and all that stuff, man. It'll never get resolved unless we first take care of one thing. The most important thing is to determine who is on the Mount Stachemore of Staches. I'm gonna give you my nominee today who should be on there. So stick around, let's get into it. Come on, you bum! Oh, I love Florida! Oh, let's go! Today is the deadline for this video, so I'm filming it while grabbing lunch at my local Italian spot. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. This Mount Stachemore is serious business. My good friend BK at Mac Wax Stacks has been hard at work putting together the first annual Stachestravaganza. Now, that's a little hard to say. That's because choosing the top 4 mustaches in the hobby is really hard. My criteria was this guy had to be an OG. He had to have a mustache from the beginning. I'm talking about rookie card, mustache. And every year after that, his cardboard always featured a mustache. So that narrows down quite a bit. That's because a lot of the guys who had iconic mustaches didn't start out with their crumb catchers until later on. So those guys had to go. So I'm going to show you some guys who I think had great mustaches and guys who were in the running for my nominee. And then I'm going to talk about who I chose. This guy's very, very deserving, so stick around for that. Stash. All right, here we go. This is, I told you I'm committed to this. First guy I want to talk about is somebody I grew up watching and idolizing. That is Wade Boggs. On his rookie cards, he already had the mustache. So I really considered Boggs. I also considered another Red Sox great. That is Jim Rice. Look at that. In his rookie card, he had the stash. But he still didn't make the cut. He always had the stash. Now this guy had an epic mustache. You guys all know Luis Tiant, El Tiante. Look at that, Fu Manchu. Just iconic, man. But even in his rookie card, he did not have fur. Now, one of my favorite players growing up, Mike Greenwell. And look at that, in his rookie card, he had the stash. So I really considered him. Because you can even go back to his minor league days, Pawtucket, and he had the stash back then. So, great mustaches, guys. Great mustaches. Another guy that played for the Red Sox with a great mustache, Tony Pena. He was a great catcher. You didn't want to run on this guy. And I believe he got his power from the stash. Another guy who I think got his power from the stash was Davey Lopes. I love this card here, even though it shows Davey Lopes from the back. And you can't see his iconic stash. You can see one of my favorite guys, Felix Millan there. You can see Felix Millan's stash. But y'all know that Dave Lopes, he had that awesome stash. Dave Lopes is from my hometown of East Providence, Rhode Island. So, really considered this guy. But he still didn't make the cut. So let's keep going. All right, new stash. New guy to talk about. This guy has the farthest home run ever recorded on video. That is Joey Meyer. You guys remember him? I believe he got his power from his stash. Of course, and I can't forget our pitchers. If you're staring down a guy that looks like this, ready to throw some 95-mile-an-hour cheese, you're gonna be scared. So let's talk about some of these guys. First is Mark Eichhorn. Eichhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Eichhorn. Now Mike Eichhorn, great pitcher. You see his mustache, and look, the guys are lining up. Our servicemen, who we salute, lining up to get an autograph from Mark with the classic stash. You got another guy here, Danny Boone. Yes, Danny Boone, related to Daniel Boone, an iconic figure. And look at that stash. This guy, he was 5'7", 5'8", and he could throw it, man. Great pitcher right there. Speaking of great pitchers with iconic mustaches, BK, what do you think of Willie Guillermo Fernandez? 1984 AL Cy Young and MVP winner and a champion in 84. And I believe all that was due in part to his stash. Also another guy that since his rookie card had a mustache. Now, you guys are probably familiar with the movie The Rookie. That is based on this legend, Jim Morris, and his rookie card. And look at Jim Morris, he's got a mustache. You guys see that? That's right, I believe same thing with him. Once he grew the stash, he was ready to make an attempt to make it to the major leagues, and he sure did. You guys watched the movie. All right, it's getting a little loud out here, but we're gonna keep it going with the new stash. Got some visitors. It's a restaurant, what do you expect, right? Let's talk about some more iconic stashes. How about the golden stash of Rich Yet? Look at that. If you're not rich yet, it's because you haven't grown out the stash. Grow it out. And if you want to be a baller, like Jay Baller, look at this man. You gotta grow out the stash. Alright. Alright, go ahead. And the one that made this mustache really popular, Raleigh Fingers, who loved the stash, but he wasn't keeping it real from the get-go, man. You see on his rookie card, he does not have the stash, so for that, he does not make it for me. Now, new Stashy Stash, and it's time to reveal my nominee. Now, the way I came about this is I'm in an Italian restaurant. A couple weeks ago, I was with friends at one of the best Italian joints in Florida called Mazzaro's in St. Pete. And everywhere they had Stashy Stashes all over the place, even on SpongeBob SquarePants. And I thought, man, Italians sure love their stashes. And you know, for that, I went with a good Italian American, a man who had a mustache from the early days. In his rookie card, there was a trifecta of stashes, and I'm talking about Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. I got this 1985 Fleer autograph card, and you can see the stash up close. And you see Steve's face. He's like, yep, it's all thanks to the stash. Everything he was able to do started with the power of the stash. Like I said, Steve Balboni on his rookie card, the trifecta, all three guys had a mustache. And every year after that, Steve Balboni always rocked the stash. I brought a few with me to show you guys. Remember when he was with the Yankees? He had a nice stash. Of course, winning a championship with the Royals in '85, the stash. There's the Yankees again. Everywhere he went, he stayed true to the stash, and for that, he is my nominee. And he belongs in the Mount Stachemore, because the Mount Stachemore is not about numbers. Nope, we're not sitting here scrutinizing their stats and talking about all these great accomplishments. This is purely about the facial hair, man. And this man represented from day one. This is a day one homie right here. And a shameless plug for my next video. Yesterday, I met Al McRae, who was a champion in the 1985 Kansas City Royals team. And I asked him what was the greatest thing about that team. And he told me it was being in the same locker room as Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. So subscribe so you don't miss that next video, and you can hear it from Al McRae himself about the icon, the legend, the man with the facial hair, Steve Balboni, who is my nominee, who is the greatest amongst all these Stashy Stash greats. All right, that does it, guys. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Me and Steve Balboni really appreciate all of you. Now it's time to manja. Oh, got some on the stash. Ah! All right, so don't forget, December 2nd, tune in for the Stachestravaganza. My guy, BK, Mac, Wax, Stash. Oof, all this fun. All natural, baby. Take the cards, leave the cannoli.